What's going on, y'all? JT here with a quick side-by-side comparisons of the all-new Arrma Vorteks to the Traxxas or Arrma Vorteks 4x4 to the Traxxas Rustler 4x4. So I'm going to just try to do a quick side-by-side comparisons. I will have a running video coming up pretty soon, but a lot of people have been asking about this, so I figured I'd go ahead and do a quick video on it. So first off, before I get started, the price of the Rustler 4x4 has increased. It was around $399 or $389 to $399. Now the Rustler is now $429. So the price has increased by about 30-40 bucks or so from when it was actually originally released. I think it was like $399 when it was first released, and then it went to $389. I believe it went that low, and then it kind of increased in price again. So right now the Rustler 4x4 is going to cost you $429 at the time of this video. Now the price may fluctuate more and it may go back down, but just so you guys know. So first off, we'll talk real quickly about the price of the two vehicles. The Rustler I just mentioned is $429 and the Vorteks is $379. So that right there is about a 50 bucks difference between the two with that. Now, both trucks are four-wheel drive stadium trucks, and you guys can kind of see the size comparisons between the two there. And both trucks are roughly the same in size, I mean, in ride height and stuff like that. But there are going to be some differences between these two vehicles with that. So first of all, the Rustler does kind of come with the clipless body. Basically, it doesn't have any body pins or anything on. You just actually unleash the latch in the back of it, and you can kind of pull that body right off and use that to put that back on. So there's no E-clips or anything for that, where the Arrma Vorteks does. Now, they're both kind of unique in their own way. Some people like that. I do like that because it is convenient, but Arrma also does kind of give you these tethers and stuff for the body in case, you know, you lose a body clip or something like that, a body clip pops off, you won't end up losing it. So they're both unique in their own perspective there for that. I'm going to jump right into speed test real quick. The Rustler stock out the box with the stock pinion is going to hit about 43 to about 45 miles per hour. Now it does come with the speed gear that Traxxas says you can hit about 50 or 60 miles per hour. And I never put it in there because it started getting a little hot when I put 16 tooth pinion gear up in there. The motor did get hot on it, but I know stock out the box it does do 43 to about 45 miles per hour. The Vorteks does 55 out the box, and I'm going to get these two back out and give them a test run with the same battery so you guys can see that as well. I won't have any gear chains or anything for that, but you guys can see that the speed of those two there. You guys see that in Super Speed Saturday as well. So the Vorteks is going to be faster. So with that in mind, Arrma does kind of get two votes for that, being a cheaper price, and then also being able to go 55 stock out the box. Now with runtime, the Rustler is going to run a lot longer as far as runtime is concerned as compared to the Vorteks. The Vorteks on about a 5500 milliamp Gen Ace Lipo. I'm getting about anywhere, depends on where I run and how hard I run it, anywhere from about, I say about 12 to 14 minutes, 15 at the most. With the Rustler, I'm getting about 17, 18 minutes, maybe a little bit more. So we'll do some more testing in the future so you guys can kind of see that. So just so you guys know that there is a slight difference with that, but there is a differences in the motors as well. I mean, the Rustler has a VXL motor, which is 3500 kV, and then of course the Vorteks has the Spectrum motor, which is 3200 kV in there. So there are differences in those motors and stuff as well. They're both pretty large size motors. They both are kind of 550 in size, so they're both pretty large motors on there. As far as tire compound and stuff, they both come with really good tires for stadium trucks stock out the box. Don't have any problems or issues or complaints on either one of the tires, so you can't really go wrong with that. Now the Vorteks does have 14 millimeter hexes, and the Rustler has 12 millimeters. So there is a difference. You can't put the Vorteks tires and wheels on the Rustler and vice versa because the hex sizes are different. As far as the radios are concerned, they both come with some kind of our traction management system with it. The Rustler comes with the TSM, and then the Vorteks comes with the ABC radio. So that does help you with controlling the car a little bit, especially at high speeds and stuff. It does help you adjust on slippery surfaces and stuff. So they're both kind of equal in, I guess, retrospect for that. I mean, they're both equal with that as far as that functionality is concerned. Now the Traxxas does have Bluetooth on it, where you can hook it up to a phone and download or see some of your information there. or the Spectrum has something similar as well. So that's why I said the radios, I say they're kind of equal. It's just going to kind of depend on, you know, your feel for that. Adjustability, I think that the Spectrum radio is going to be a lot easier to adjust. With the Traxxas radio, you have to go through a lot of different buttons and stuff. Once you go through the set button, you got to go through the menu and you got to try to figure all that out. And if you don't have that little cheat sheet with you, or you're not used to the settings of it, you do have to kind of have that on hand, or kind of download on your phone to kind of get some of the functionality for servo reversing and things and that such, where as with the Spectrum radio, it's kind of right there in your hand. You don't have to go through a whole sort of Christmas tree menus and stuff for it. As far as durability is concerned, I think that both trucks would possibly be about almost equal in durability. They both come with plastic drive shafts, and both plastic drive shafts are breakable on either car. It's just going to depend on, I guess, how hard you drive it, and if you're doing wheelies and stuff. I mean, I've broken drive shafts. I haven't done it on the Vorteks yet, but I have on one of my other Arrma cars. They did kind of pop out and stuff, and I've broken on the Rustler as well. So I would say, as far as that's concerned, they would be kind of equal as far as some of the durability. Now, the Rustler does come with adjustable turnbuckles and stuff on it as well, and the Vorteks does as well. So they're kind of equal with that. The shocks, I would say they're equal as well, because Arrma did go in and they did do some updates to their shocks to where they're not leaking or anything like that anymore. So they're kind of going to be equal there as well. Now, as far as changing the ride height and stuff, the Rustler does have on its A-arms where you can kind of adjust your shock positions to adjust the ride height of the vehicle for front and rear, where the Arrma vehicle does not have that. I believe the RPM ones, you guys correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, the RPM ones may, if you buy them for the Vorteks, have an extra hole or something where you can adjust that. But you cannot adjust that with the Arrma Vorteks, where you can with the Rustler. So, and then as far as like electronics goes, motor, speed controller and stuff, they're both good for running stock out the box. I mean, if you're just trying to run the cars as they are, they'll be a lot of fun. You won't have any issues or anything like that. I think when you start putting speed gears in them, which regardless of whichever car it is, as long as you run it on the street and you're kind of just going up and down, I think you'll be fine as far as heat goes. But when you start putting the speed gear in and running these cars off-road is when they'll kind of start overheating and stuff. So, and that goes for either car. It's not like one car is going to be better as far as that when you put those speed gears in it, because they both come with speed gears. Stock out the box, the Vorteks comes with the 18, and the Rustler has, I believe, if I can recall, I may be incorrect, 11-tooth pinion gear in there, and then it has a 16 or 18 as the speed gear, which is telling you can get to 60 miles per hour with that. So they both come with wheelie bars on it, which is great. They both have wings and stuff on there as well. They both, for the body, it has some kind of protection on. They both kind of have those protections, pieces of plastic on the roof rails, or whatever you guys want to call it. They do have those on top of the body, so if the car flips over, it can protect your body somewhat with it as well. The Vorteks does look a little bit beefier than the Rustler. The Rustler's kind of like to me, it looks a little bit thinner, but they both perform good. I'm going to take them both off road real soon so you guys can see that. But I did kind of just want to get these two together so you guys can kind of see them side by side to one another, and just see some of the differences between the two. I mean, I think that, you know, if you like Traxxas, you're going to go with the Rustler. If you like Arrma, you're going to go with the Vorteks. Or if you like both, you're going to just get them both. I mean, you can't go wrong really with either one, but the Rustler is going to cost you a little bit more than the Vorteks, especially at the time of this video. I don't know if Traxxas is going to lower that price down again or not, or they're just going to keep it there. Part support, the Rustler's going to have it on like aftermarket part support, because it is designed off of the Slash 4x4 platform, where the A-arms and stuff like that can fit on there from the Slash, and then a couple other components as well. The Arrma series, this whole 3S series, is kind of catching up to that. They are getting a lot more aftermarket support, and we'll see a lot more as time progresses on. And one other thing, don't be scared about tires and wheels, because you can get other tires and wheels that will fit the Vorteks that has those 14mm hexes on it. So don't be too worried about that. And the Vorteks is compatible with a lot of the other 3S series as well. And I'll do some videos to show you guys that. I'll compare the Big Rock, the Granite, and then the Vorteks, and probably get the Typhon out as well. I don't have the new Sentence. I'll look at that at some point in time. But we'll do that versus the Slash, or compare that to the Slash, and kind of just get those out and running. But I'm going to take these out and do some tests with them really soon. I'm probably just going to set up, like I said, a basic track I mentioned in another video. Just kind of having a track set out, and I'll just drive both vehicles. I'll probably do like 3 to 5 laps or something, just so you guys can see how the vehicles are going to handle with the same driver, not having different drivers and stuff, with the same driver on the same excuse me, terrain and turf for that. So that's going to be, I try to keep this kind of short, but that's going to be kind of just the comparisons between the two. Like I said, I'll get these out. I'm going to run them in certain areas. There's a couple areas I can run, so I'll probably take them to the BMX track and stuff as well, just so that you guys can see them perform and how they perform out there as well. I'm just going to actually do an overview of both cars, making sure they're in tip-top shape, that one car is not struggling here than the other, and getting some fresh batteries too, and get some of these Gen 8 batteries and stuff, and run those in there. So anyway, guys, put your comments down below. Try to keep this under 10 minutes, but end up going a little bit longer. But put your comments down below of which one you like, which one you don't like, which I know you guys will do that anyway. And if you got either one, I know the Vorteks is fairly new, but people are getting these now. What you either plan on doing to it, or what you're going to do to it. If you got a Rustler, what you've done to it as well. My Rustler is still pretty much stock out the box. It even has the plastic drive shafts on it. Just replaced those and stuff, and cleaned him up, and he's kind of been resting in the corner for a minute, but it's time to get him back out and do some running and stuff with it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.